Hi guys, it's Jess, and today I'll be teaching you how to lay out multiple stickers with multiple designs but of the same size and shape with the exact same outline on Illustrator. So this will come in handy if you are looking to sell stickers with different designs, or like you're giving them out or something and you just want them to have the same exact outline and you don't want to waste time laying them out over and over again, because that is really time consuming. I understand. So yes, anyway, we'll be going on to Illustrator right now, and I'll be using some designs that I downloaded off Canva. I did not design them, they are actually templates that are on there where I just type in the word sticker. So I am just gonna bring out the template that I used in my last video. If you have watched my last video, if you haven't, I'll leave the link down below so that you can catch up on some parts that I might mention later, and if you're really confused about it and all. So we're just gonna open my sticker template out, and here you go, and I'm gonna rename the layers again just in case. And here you go, and I'll be bringing in one of the design from earlier on, and here you go. And what we're gonna do next is to actually create the outline. So it's just a square sticker. So I'm just gonna create the outline by using the rectangle tool over here. I'm gonna left click once, and it should bring out the shape creator window thingy, so you can adjust the size and everything. So if you have noticed, the stickers are I want them to be about 6 cm. So I'm just gonna create a rectangle that's 6 cm, and I'm just gonna round the corners because I like it that way. And always make sure that your shape doesn't have a fill, so go over here and click none, and then you're just gonna align the shape to the sticker. One of the most important things to take note when you're doing stickers is that it always has to have a bleed area, or any other prints actually. You just need to ensure that they have the bleed just in case the cutter or the printer misaligns, and then it can cause some really fugly looking moments. So either you give yourself a white bleed and decrease the size of the sticker, or you just increase it so that the outline fits within. Usually I recommend at least a 2 to 3 mm gap. So I guess 2 mm is fine for now, so we'll just stick to it. And always make sure that your outline, your vector path is on the outline layer so that you don't mix them together, and it will get really confusing for me when I open your files later. So how we're gonna do this, if you've watched my previous video, then you remember that how I taught you guys to duplicate the stickers is by pressing alternate shift and left click, like so. But we're not gonna do that today. So how we're gonna do it is by actually going onto here, go to effect, distort and transform, and press on transform. And you'll notice that you can move this horizontally and vertically. Do not press on the scale button, just concentrate on this over here, move. So our sticker is about 6 cm by 6 cm, so we can actually make sure that it's a safe distance away from each other, like I mentioned before. And once you've done that, you can go down to this little thing over here called copies, and you can just increase the amount of copies you need, and just hover on over here and you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. So how the number of copies work is that if you press 1, then it's just gonna duplicate by 1. If you press 3, it's gonna duplicate by 3. So it's that easy. So once you're done with that, you can just go over here, just move it, and you don't actually have to go back to effect, distort and transform again. You can actually use this shortcut, alternate Control Shift and E, and you'll bring out the same exact window, except now instead of moving horizontally, you're just gonna move it down vertically. So just gonna zoom out so that we can see how many copies we need to duplicate. So I'm gonna move it down vertically, 66, and we can actually increase the copies by, let's say, 6 copies. Alright, I mean it exceeds out a bit, but we can adjust it later by moving it up. And we can actually move the stickers a bit closer to one another, so you don't have to do that. Just make sure that they're always a safe distance away from each other, so that if you're doing die cut especially, if you're doing kiss cut, about a 3mm gap is enough, but the more the better. So we're just gonna move this up. And voila! So you're done with your first layout. And why did I mention that you shouldn't use the alternate shift and left click duplication function just now is that if you actually take a look now, once I did the distort and transform method, you can actually see that if you actually bring out the links tab, you can actually see that the artwork remains at a single artwork, as compared to when you alternate shift and left click, alternate shift, why is it not doing? Okay, so alternate and left click first and shift. You can see that it actually brings out, it ups the artwork by 1. So for the sake of efficiency, if you have so many artworks to lay out, it can get pretty nasty to actually just relink everything, because what we're gonna do is essentially to relink the images so that you can use the same single outline for every single file. Okay, so we are gonna use a single file to relink all the images. So how we're gonna do that is we need to duplicate 2 more artboards since we have 3 designs today, right? So what you're gonna do is, usually I do not recommend messing with the registration marks layer. You're not gonna do that. What you're just gonna do is to toggle this lock off, and then you're just gonna go to view, go to guides, and clear guides to remove the margins. And what you're gonna do next is to go to the artboard tool over here, and you're just gonna press on alternate and left click and shift to hold it in place, and you're just gonna duplicate the artboard 2 more times, like so, with everything in place. Everything in place. Okay, so next, you're just gonna lock the registration marks layer again, so that you don't accidentally move the marks around or whatever. And then, we are just gonna relink the 2 images over here, the 2 remaining images, by going onto the links tab, and then you're gonna press this button here, which is like a paperclip thing, and you're just gonna press on relink, and just bring on the remaining images, and voila! There you have it! So now you don't have to waste time to tediously lay out stickers that are of the same size and shape when you can just do this. And if you notice, they are placed into size and shape already, and the placement is the same. As you can see here, it's in the middle. So that's all good. As this method will work as long as your stickers are of the same file type, and if they are of the same size, they are always gonna snap into shape and size, and the placement will be the same. So just take note of that. If your stickers are in another size, then it's not gonna work as well. So the next step is to saving the file. So how you're gonna do that is, whenever you save your print file, you always have to toggle off the outline layer. You're just gonna go onto here and save it to the folder, and we're just gonna save this as print, which is the image layer. So always make sure that your outline layer is toggled off when you save your printing file, which is the image layer. So once you're done, you're gonna delete this image layer, and turn on the outline layer, and then you're gonna save it as an AI file and you're gonna call it outline. Okay, so outline AI file, click on save, and this window will pop out right over here. So what you're gonna do is save each artboard to a separate file, toggle this, and then press on range and click page 1, because they all have the same outline anyway. There's no point in saving multiple outlines of the same thing, so you're just gonna save one. So there you have it, and if I actually go back to the file, you can see that the outline is only just one file over here. If I turn it on, it's just gonna be page 1. So that's all good. And if I click on the print, it's gonna bring it up in Adobe Acrobat, and you can see that they're all perfectly fine. They're in the same place. So there you have it, and this is how I lay out multiple designs of the same shape and size with one single outline on Adobe Illustrator. I hope this tip is helpful to you, and I hope you liked the video. Thank you, and bye bye!